Welcome back, Flair community. I hope you're all well and having an incredible day as always. And unfortunately, we're not able to do a live stream. I'm unable to get access to the internet at my house, but I'm definitely working through that. I've been sort of bouncing between coffee shops these days, and that's the reason that we're doing this as a pre-recording. But yeah, that's pretty much the intro. Let's jump in. So as always, we're starting here on Flair Metrics. This is an incredible dashboard for you to check out the various metrics data for the signal providers. And we're going to have a quick peek at the Flair network and the top signal providers, or the most accurate this week so far. Topping the charts, we have a Flair Dienst in first place. In second place, we have Evolve FTSO. Third place, IV Oracle. Fourth place, FlairFi. And in fifth place, Alpha Oracle. So they're doing pretty good. It looks like the reward rate is actually much less concentrated as it was before, and we're going to talk about that in a little moment. But moving on, we're going to jump over to Sparkles here and have a quick peek at some of the collections. So we can view this, and here we go. So topping the charts is the Council of the AI. In second place, we've got Evil Pets. Third place, Flair Punks, which is actually topping the charts for the Flair network. In fourth place, we have S-Toads, and in fifth place, the best FTSO NFT contract. So looking pretty good. It's been quite a while since we haven't seen the Fat Tigers or the Fat Cats in the top 5. So I'm wondering what's happening with them, because they do actually, or they have revealed one of their upcoming collections, which is the Fat Kittens. And I'm going to give you a quick sneak preview of that in just a moment. Yes, regarding the recent decrease in concentration at the top of the signal providers list, you can see why that is. That is because of the Songbird test proposal 02, that's STP02. It's been implemented, and this is the addition of the second reward band. And if we give this a quick look here, you can see that the first reward band is very tight indeed. But this addition of the second reward bands means that a lot of the other signal providers are still getting a little slice of the pie. The rewards are not concentrated at the very top, which is something that I very much welcome. Moving on here, we have another test proposal in the voting process at the minute, and this is for both Songbird and Flair actually, and this is the idea of the FTSO Management Group. And it's the idea that there are various signal providers who can come to consensus of those who are bad actors in the space. And we know that there has been collusion of sorts in the past, and this proposal is saying, for a temporary measure at least, they will have the power to exclude people from this system. Now, I'm kind of in two minds about this. In one side, I can see that it's very beneficial for the system, and we want to get rid of these bad actors. We want to purge them from the FTSO, but at the same time, it does increase the centralization of the FTSO, not from a performance perspective, but from the inclusivity perspective. It would mean that there is a gatekeeper aspect, and the keys being held by the prominent signal providers currently in the system that have proven to be trustworthy and reliable with good ethics. Now, please note that, again, this is just a temporary measure if it were to pass, which looks pretty likely looking at these statistics. Now, at the time of this video being released, I believe that the actual proposal will have concluded, but it looks like it's going to pass. Here's an interesting announcement by Covalent, and they are basically partnering with the Flair network, and they're all about sharing data via APIs. And we know that Flair have an incredible platform for people to utilize these APIs, and they're actually having an AMA on Twitter tomorrow, I believe, on the 7th. And for me, this is a very early one. This is at 4 a.m. I believe it's, well, if you look back here, it's 12 p.m. Hong Kong time, or 8 p.m. GST, or 4 a.m. UTC. We have Minus Wells here saying that his favorite thing about bandwidth providers is that they take on all of the risk of providing safe and reliable bridges for users while receiving a fair reward in exchange for their service. It's a win-win situation that benefits everyone, and I completely agree. Bandwidth providers are actually going to facilitate fully insured bridges, and that means that they're going to front or provide collateral for the bridge, and the users can use the bridge risk-free. and it's the bandwidth providers which take on a small risk, and for that, they get the fees or a part of the fees from using the bridge. So here we have a tweet from Anyways, who is the Flair godmother. I'm sure you all know her by now. And she's posting this tweet about the reduced inflation. I think this is very important because I feel like it went over many people's heads. And this has been pushed forward as part of the very first Flair improvement proposal. Inflation on the Flair network was previously set at 10% of the fully diluted supply in perpetuity. It has now been changed to 10% of the available supply in the first year, 7% in the second, and 5% in the third year and onwards. Plus, it is capped at 5 billion FLR per year. This means that over time, inflation trends towards 0% of tokens. The direct benefit is a less inflationary token. That's very important for the longevity of the network. Without the FIP01 passing, actual inflation of FLR was on a trajectory to be a parabolic increase in supply. So I very much welcome this, and I feel like it's one of the benefits that's often neglected with that particular proposal. Here we have a tweet from Gene, who has just updated his website, and if you're not following Gene already, I would highly recommend it. His website is very informative, especially if you're looking to find out about the performance of various data providers. And as you can see, you can do so here, and it's really easy to read, and I'd highly recommend checking it out. So you can follow him here on Twitter at GeneLolkema. Moving on, we have this interesting tweet here, and I sort of tried to do it in a bit of a punny way. I think it's fairly obvious which network will spark interest in blockchain interoperability in the years to come. Obviously, that is the Flair network. Their tagline is to connect everything. And it's not just cryptocurrency networks, it's all about bringing everything together. So that's blockchains and also off-chain data. As promised, we have this tweet here from the Fat Cats giving us a sneak peek of their fat kittens. I really like these. I've always liked the sort of style because I feel like it is very original. Obviously, you can see some interesting traits here. We've got like the apple here with some flies buzzing around. Really intrigued to see what other traits there are, and especially the heroes, the one of one. So stay tuned for that. I'm sure we'll hear some more news regarding this collection in the very near future. Speaking of NFT collections, here is the Flair Community Lucky Claw collection, and honestly, I really don't think people have grasped the scope of this project because it's going to be a primary focus for me for the next couple of years. And again, it's going to be the first live draw in April, and there's going to be at least 40,000 FLR in addition to NFTs and a lot of other good stuff, including actually a physical poker deck, which is going to be added to the prize pool each and every month. Another collection which is going under the radar is the Pixel Plants project, and this is created by none other than Doc Bob D. He's a moderator on the Discord channel and all-around legend and good guy. His project actually raises funds for charity, and he's been very generous enough to donate some to the Flair Community Save the Children campaign, which has obviously been going on for the past couple of months and is ending in this month. We've actually done really well, and I'm absolutely humbled to say that we've surpassed the recently upgraded target, and we're now on $1,300 that's been raised to help save the children. And this is a great charity helping children all over the world. And in fact, the Lucky Claw collection is actually going to also support a charity, and that's going to be decided by governance. Now, this is the big ecosystem map, and again, this is only being revealed for those in the Patreon group who are currently holders, but I will be making this public along with the full website, which gives you a breakdown of just how extensive this NFT collection is. Honestly, I'm so excited about this, and yeah, you're going to hear a lot more about this in the coming weeks. Here's another reminder for those who are buying and selling NFTs on the Sparkles platform. You can actually buy and sell with WFLR. Now, why is this important? I prefer to trade with WFLR because it means that no matter what happens, you don't have to wrap your FLR. You're not going to forget about it, and you're going to be eligible for the distribution and also the delegation rewards as well. So something to consider. If you are buying and selling NFTs, why not just use WFLR? Now, that pretty much wraps up the weekly news. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. Again, apologies I couldn't do this live. We're hopefully going to get a resolution to this internet problem very soon. It is becoming somewhat frustrating, but I'm trying my best, and that's what it is. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have an incredible week. Feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I'm out.
Mission Control, we have liftoff.